Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Y'all come on in, sit down, get scattered around. We're going to be talking about the word on the street tonight, guys. Oh, it's some juicy stuff too. Get on in here. Heck yeah. Let's go, guys. Juicy stuff on the street tonight. Can y'all hear me? Okay, here everybody's coming. It's slowly coming in. There's like a delay. Hey, Sally Sue, let me say hi to everybody as they're coming in. We got my beautiful Believe in the house. I love her. She's the sweetest thing. We got our sweet Victoria Burgess. We done, Miss Burgess. We got my sweet Sherry. Hey, baby. How are you? We got music, movies, and chills. Hey, Jinkies. Hey, everyone, I'm taking a nap. May pop in later. Okay, music. There's sweet Tatum. Hey, Tatum. Got Ryan the Gamer in the house. Yes, yes. Hey, Mama Four, how are you? My Sally Sue. Sassy Mama. There's Vic Barton. Hey, baby. Hey, WR, how are you? Y'all get your booties in here. Let's go, guys. Tonight's a word on the street kind of night. Woo! I'm having the weirdest day today, guys. I can't describe it. I'm so weird today. I don't know if it's me weird or life is weird, but weird stuff, I'm telling you. I have red cheeks, guys. I was out in the sun a little bit too much today, and the old cheekers are red. I'm doing okay, waiting for these huge stories to hit again. The storms? Wow. You stay safe. Cheryl! How are you, Cheryl? Cheryl, just want you to know, I know you are always one of my biggest fans, and I love you bunches, sissy, and I pray for you and your little mama, okay? I want you to know that. And I know that you don't stay gone on purpose. Thank you, Ryan, for putting Logan's wish list out there for school. Y'all, I just was going to say, I am a single mom, and I know I'm not the only single mom, but I'm a single mom of this channel. I am about 3 weeks away from getting Logan in school, and I'm still struggling hard. I have another things planned out, but they're not open. They're not coming along quick enough. So if you would like to get Logan something for school, there is a wish list here. Ryan's putting it out for me. There is a wish list if you'd like to get Logan something for school. It's completely up to you. If you can't, you can't. But if you can, that'd be very much appreciative. Like I said, I'm not the only single mom out there, but I'm the single mom of this channel, and I'm trying as hard as I can, guys. I mean, I have super duper been struggling, and it's not something that, I'm trying my best to start this new thing at this new place and in the new town up the road, the new town. But right now it is still up in the air, and we're still trying to get it all together. And I don't know if it's going to come fast enough. So that's only if you can, guys. Only if you can. I wouldn't want to ask anybody to do anything if they couldn't. This is just in place of my tips for having a show. If you'd like to do that, that's fine. If you wouldn't, that's fine. If you don't have it, I still love you. It's just something if you can. I still love my peoples. A lot of things have been going on in the streets. A lot of things to talk about. I'm going to talk about a little stuff a little more serious tonight. I don't normally get serious anymore, and I want to kind of get back to my roots of one of the reasons why I started this channel in the first place. Yes, I do like to have fun. I like to be shenanigans. I like the banana shows, and I like it when me and Sherry get up here and be wild. But I would like to go back to a little bit of seriousness with it because, I really had a good passion in there, and I really loved especially with the missing exploiting kids. I've loved getting their names out there. I loved talking about them. I haven't even talked about Summer Wells in so long because people's like, oh, you're using her to talk about Summer Wells. Da, 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 da. Listen, if nobody keeps that baby's name out here, there's a difference at asking for money behind her name, but I'm not. The only thing if you like the show, you are welcome to give to Logan's wish list or if Cash App or Venmo or like that. This is not about Summer Wells' show. It does not have her name in it. We will talk about her periodically because that's what everybody wants to talk about. Is they want to talk about what's going on out there. And hey, EJ! People want to talk about what's going on out there. And that's what you guys want to do. And it's okay to talk about these kids. What ain't okay is picking on people that could be innocent. So we're not going to be doing that, okay? It doesn't matter what you do, people will talk. Mama 4-5, yes, that is absolutely right. People get jealous. That's what they get. I had a beautiful audience that was going on, and people get jealous and they intervene. One of the things I don't have anymore is that circle that I had in the past. I have my beautiful, I felt like when I got in that little girly circle is when I fell away from everything that I was doing. And I want to get back to what I was doing. Even if I have 5 people in here, I want to get back to what I was doing because that's important. I'm not going to go out here and fight. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you very much. It's still all up in the arms and stuff, and we're still in the process of doing it. And we got to have another meeting tomorrow. I got to take one of my girls to classes tomorrow for her food service card. And I got to get mine re-upped. So we got to be up in the morning to do all that. I'm not sure when it's all going to take place, but I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah. But yeah, I honestly do not care. I'm not going to get in the middle of the fighting. I could be a dirty dog and follow along with people hurting each other and getting into people's marriages like they did me and all that. But I'm not going to do that, guys. Because you know why? Because I'll tell you what, when they did that to me, it didn't hurt me as much as it hurt my son. Because he was put in the middle, because his dad was in the middle, and he was put in the middle. And I'm not doing that. Not doing that. There's too many little kids at stake there, and I'm going to respect that situation. That situation does not need to be on YouTube. My situation did not need to be on YouTube because there is children involved. So, buddy, I love you, but I wish you wouldn't do it because I know, he's hurt you too, but these kids, their peace of mind is very important. And I feel like, YouTube can really make it worse. I'm not going to lie, guys, especially when 2 parents are both getting on YouTube and they're fighting amongst each other. It makes it worse. And it's very easy to do. I did it myself and I regret it. It came to a pivotal moment for me is when I realized that I'm not going to entertain that stuff anymore. Is when I've been struggling. I've been struggling for a few years now, financially, just trying to get myself back up. And I've been struggling, and I just got home from my very hard day at work, and it'd been hard on the internet. My ex-husband, Matthew, everything was hard. And my sister called me and she told me something other. And what I had said is, I said, this kind of stuff could make somebody that wasn't right in the head want to hurt themselves. Well, my sister took that as if I was going to do that. She told Diamonds, and then all that and I thought to myself, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I am done with it. I'm not entertaining it. I owe no loyalty to none of these people, and I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm not. I'm going back to my roots, where I came from on this, and I'm going back to doing good things. I've got my Christmas tree events coming up, and there'll definitely be a Christmas tree going up in the hotel location that I'm going to. So I'm going to put one up there for sure. There's going to be, so I'm going back to trying to get the word out. I did not even do anything for Summer's Day this year. I didn't even do anything for Summer's Day this year. That's not me. I'd been doing something ever since she was missing. But I feel like I've steered so far away from that subject. I feel like I've steered. There's my sweet Nora Woods. Hey, baby girl. I sent it as your birthday the other day. I love you. I'm steering more towards, I've been nothing but drama for the last year now. And I'm just like, I'm done with the drama. When I get on here, we're going to talk about good stuff. We're going to talk about meaningful stuff. We're going to talk about things that matter. And, we may have our occasional crazy lives, me and Sherry eating our bananas, maybe, or we'll have our crazy lives, or we'll joke around at the end of the day, maybe, or something like that. But I would love to talk about things that is important. Yes. Hey, unapproachable light. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I was wondering why you left Summer's case. Love you. I love you, my sweet locks. Hey, Mimi. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Listen, you guys, I really would love to deep dive into it a little bit more. We're not going to accuse anybody, okay? That's not what we're going to do. But we are going to talk about stuff. Because, we could be accusing an innocent person. And it could be totally what we do not think happen. Or not only Summer, I want to talk about other stuff too. It's okay, Mimi. I knew what you said, baby. I want to talk about other stuff too. I want to get hands-on with stuff again. One of the things me and Chillbilly used to do, we took our kids out and we get them hands-on in this stuff. And it shows our kids that they need to do this kind of stuff too. And we would, and before all the drama and the trauma come along, we really did a good job at it. There's just too much hate. And I'm going to be honest with you. These kids does not need to be involved in this. Logan's a little bit older, but Matthew has some really little kids, and they don't need to be involved in this whole mess. And y'all just say a prayer for his kids, because, it's hard when parents fight, especially if it happens on YouTube. And I'm not doing this to start a fight with Matthew. I'm just saying it's hard for kids to be in the middle of their parents fighting. And I pray that people don't get people in YouTube on it, because he's got some little guys. So I would love to see Buddy go back to his beautiful singing. I love hearing Buddy sing. I would love to see everybody go back to their normal selves again and quit the drama. Yes, y'all, let's do this. Hey, Bellanova. Yes. So thank you, Ryan, for putting the list out. Hey, Diamonds in the Sticks. So we really want to get this back going again, guys. And, there's been some latest stuff going on in the Summer Wells case. I was talking to ChatGPT, y'all. we have conversations. Me and ChatGPT does. And they were talking about there was a new credible lead in the Summer Wells case just recently. So, and I was like, what? Wow. Let's pray it is a good lead and it leads to something. Not only that, the word on the street, it's been going around on a few channels, is they are resurfacing. They're taking a fresh look at the case. So that's a good thing. The parents were cleared of any abuse or anything from their children. They showed the paperwork on that. So that's a good thing. I mean, that's a good thing that that eliminates, abuse if, the parents had it. I don't think it was ever closed. It wasn't ever put a cold case, but they said when I Googled it, me and ChatGPT had a conversation today when we was talking about facts and stuff. Listen, you all, I love my ChatGPT. It was saying that there was a lead, a very promising lead, and they are going to look over it again. So put a fresh look on it is what they're saying. So let's pray that the lead was very credible and justice for Summer, y'all. Let's pray that Summer gets her justice one way or another. Because 4 years is too long. Michael Vaughn, he was our baby too. And his mommy is very sick. And I actually put on my post a link that, if anybody there, it has like her Cash App in it. If anybody would like to donate to Brandy, it's on my post. You can go over on that one of my posts there and donate to Brandy. She's very sick, you all. Let me see. Leave the crap at the door. Yes, Jinkies, I still have been following from day one. And I knew when CPS case was closed, they would go further. But Jinkies, that's not true. Mr. Wells told everyone wrong. Well, tell us about it, Locks. I would love to hear your side of it, baby. I love to hear your side of it. That is the thing. I want to hear you guys' side of it. Tell us what you got to tell us. You might hold the missing pieces to something. It wasn't closed. No fresh eyes with new evidence. Yes, ma'am. That's what, yes. Unapproachable. Yes, yes. Stephanie and John, where you been? I'm very proud of you. I'm Logan. I will send something. Oh. Live listening to you at night. That's how I go to sleep. Oh, well, thank you, Katrina. You're my beautiful friend. Dawn Michelle! Hi, baby. Where you been, honey? Sweet friend. There's my Hashi. There, my girl. Haven't seen my biscuit head. Is she doing okay? I haven't messaged her because I've been so balls to the wall today. I love my Hashi and my biscuit head and all my friends. You guys are amazing. Believe me, Jinkies, my sis works for TPS, and I'll explain to you someday. I just can't right now. I do stay in touch with FBI, nothing to do with TBI or local. Thank you, Locks. Thank you very much. I would love to know your opinion. Honestly, like I said, you never know when somebody might have clues. You never know when that somebody might have the piece to that puzzle. And right now it's a puzzle that's not being solved. We're going to pray to solve it. Not us. somebody else. But you never know. We could. Diamonds and sticks. Lorraine! Hi, Lorraine! How are you? Hey, Tracy Ludwig. Sissy Life! What you doing? Hey, Tracy Ludwig. My girl. There's a cow. She's rolling her eyes at me. Came in late. What did I miss? Nothing. We're just a chit-chatting about, we're just trying to be good people from now on. We're not going to fight with people. They are looking into the cemetery again, Chillbilly. Really? Wow. I didn't think that was even a thing. I can't stay right now, but okay, Locks. Wow. Let me know, Locks. We'll talk about it. CPS can be some very cruel people with all kinds of power. They can. That's without a doubt. With power comes a lot of crooked business. That's for sure. My sweet Fonda. Mrs. Bojangles. I'm listening on 2 times to get caught up from beginning. Glad you're still keeping Summer's name. Thank you, Hashi. Did you do a video Yeah, he did do a video at the cemetery. Is that the same cemetery, Chillbilly? I'm one that doesn't say much on cases because I'm one that's all innocent till proven guilty. So hopefully on Wells' case, they do come up with something and Summer does get found. I agree. I believe is saying 43 likes in here. Wow. Already? I don't even think we've hit 30 minutes yet. It's very crooked over here in Letcher County. Well, honey, diamonds in the sticks. Let me just clarify for you 1 minute. I'm going to be helping in my second Hungry Goats very close to you. So they ain't going to give you no excuse not to come over and get you some good food, okay? When I say very close to you, very close to you. And yes, you're right. It's very crooked over there. Let's see. Hurting. I ran self over with trailer trying to move it on a hill. You better get your ass to the doctor. For real. You better get to the doctor. This ain't no joke. And you're all that little girl's got. You know I'll talk to you straight because you know who I know you are and I love you. But you're all she's got. You need to go to the doctor. I love you. Don Michelle says, how's Auntie Sherry doing? I miss her. She's doing good. She's doing good. She's discouraged. Her iPad won't let her get on panels no more. She's got to have it fixed by the Geek Squad. And you know that's a bad thing for Sherry. Hi, Chris. Chris, I don't know about that now. Not that one. We've been in to it a few times, but didn't video. I did the other one down the road. Well, you know which one you're going to have to go to now, Chillbilly. 111 in chat. What? Chris, I can't promise that. Oh, there's my always late. Hey, baby girl. Where you been? Thank you, Unapproachable Light. Yes, I am. It's going to be a more contracted Hungry Goats. But that's the way I want it. It's a little technical, but the way I'm going to be running it is going to be it's going to be called the Hungry Goats. It's just going to be in another location. It's going to be part of the hotel too. It's pretty cool. Just let's say CPS has had the FBI been tied up with this. Really? Oh, wow. Let's see. I was like, yes, it's going to be, it's going to be a few weeks out. So, but yes, that's the plan, y'all. I'll let y'all a little bit more details as it gets closer and the more of the plans are worked out. Hey, Chris. Victoria and Tracy. I thought about it, but the neighbors are always looking to see who's there, don't want to be disrespectful if it's their family. That's true. I mean, I understand that. It is a public cemetery, though, isn't it? Thank you, always late. That graveyard is under surveillance and has been for a while. So if that graveyard is under surveillance, then why on earth? How could anybody do any shady business there? That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. Diamonds in the Sticks, go to the Hungry Goats with an S, Good Food and Catering on Facebook, and like my page and go look at it. You're close to me anyway, child. You ain't very far from me anyway. You come to the real Hungry Goats. She needs a goat sound. I do have a goat sound. The ponies are good. I believe Dixie is having a hard time getting up on off of her booty because her little belly's getting a little bit bigger. So I'm thinking that baby will be coming probably around October. I'm glad things are been looking at too at night. Yes, I may make some mad, but have always rubbed me the wrong way about Don. Just some of the things he says. Well, that's not just your opinion. Other people feel that way too sometimes. The shady is the suspect to have been done because that's the reason for surveillance. That's true. Really? Really? That's interesting news right there. Someone was seen there after everything died down. That's when they started watching it. Really? Believe you? I ate turkey and dressing yesterday. I hadn't eaten at the restaurant in a long time, but that turkey and dressing is legit. That's really good stuff. Do Vicky, where are you close? That is, yes, please make sure you subscribe and like. Who was seen there, Chillbilly? That's what I'm wondering. Who was seen there? It's okay, Chris. I like truthful. Sally! Sally Strange. How are you, Sally? That is some weird stuff. But that was that the new. I wonder if that had something to do with the new lead they got. That's what I'm wondering. Did that have something new to do with the new lead? To protect the innocent. Yeah, I agree. Then that's good, Chris. We will. Hey, my girl just got home. Michelle, what you doing, baby? Thank you, Hash Brown. Good, darling, and hope y'all are. We're good, Sally. We're good. But I wonder if that has something to do with the lead that's going on. Maybe that's what they found on surveillance. You know, I got cameras at the restaurant, guys, and I have sensors and all that stuff. And my worker looked at me yesterday and she said, "Hey, Mimi Jane, were they crying, Chillbilly? Huh? Thinking you are going to have to take a month to catch up." I am. I definitely am, Locks. But I've sat and let all the drama pull me away from the things that I love. And that's why I started this channel in the first place. I did start this channel to make money, I ain't gonna lie. But I also had some passion behind it too. So yeah. And I do not plan on getting in the midst and poking fun and hurting people anymore. He's the lead about possibly Summer being buried beneath Timothy Morrison plot. Really? You reckon a motion detector in the cemetery? It would go off a lot. That's for sure. Well, I have a thing set up that it tells me when motion is going on, but it don't just go beep, 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 beep. So when I go back, my worker looked at me and she said, did you hear your little alarm go off? And I looked at her like, huh? And she said, I came in here to get some ice the other night, about 3:00 in the morning. And I'm thinking to myself, that I didn't hear it. The motion detector thing, he didn't pick it up or nothing. So I'm just like, oh, heck. Really, Locks? Wow. Always late. Mods. Hey, Ref Kelly. Hey, my friend. How are you doing? Are you doing any better? Are you feeling better? Wow, Chris. But definitely, that's what I want to talk about. We can talk about that. We're not going to accuse people tonight, but we are going to talk about stuff. What in the Travis fire truck is Jackie's talking about? Oh, Lord have mercy. There ain't no Travis fire truck, Ronald. That was Sherry's. We was trying to replace Top Dog, and it just didn't get done well enough. They already know that Tim's grave had. I got to put my glasses on. They already know that Tim's grave had the bottom of the tomb in place when it was dug. Someone would have had to remove it. Not possible without cranes. Wow. Well, how hard would it have been to remove it? Well, wrongfully accused without evidence. That's right, Chris. We can't. Ah, bless your heart, Rev. We can discuss the speculations. Absolutely. That's right. Angie Hensley. Oh, Ronald. I think Ronald struck on Angie. He always comes in. Here's a troll. I love Ronald, though. He's one of ours. Hey, Jody Ann. How are you, my sweet girl? A vault of 2 pieces. The bottom probably weighs around 500 pounds. in Summer was placed in a grave before Timothy Morrison was buried on top. So she was placed in the grave before he was even buried there, is what they're saying? In my opinion, Don and Candace are guilty of Biden being lost in a closet. Well, that's your opinion, Ronald El Presidente. Mudslide, mama! Wow. I don't think she's there. So are they gonna, the vault weighs 2,000 to 3,000 pounds? Oh, wow. The same, I reckon, Jenks. He died within days after she went missing. I have a feeling your opinion is almost the exact same. Ronald, that is your opinion. Everybody has different types of opinions. We need to speak, folks. Huh. That is weird. That being said, it just brought something to my memory. And I'm just like, wow. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. He died, then Summer went missing. Whomever did something to this sweet little girl needs to pray for what they've done. The funeral home has already said it was placed when the grave was dug. They do that to prevent moisture. The cement will dry it up. So what do they plan on doing, do y'all reckon? They're going to go in there and try to see if they can find something? Waterfalls, so I don't know. Only God does. Yeah. Yes, you're right. I mistakenly typed that the other way. Creation. What do you think of the legend tips about brothers? Ooh, what about the brothers? Chocolate? What you doing, sister? Okay, sister. Little sweet chocolate right there may be involved. Really, Hashy? It would be great if she was still alive and safe. That's something that I would pray for, is that she's still alive and she's safe. Wow. Don't hang around here. Pretty much know it's that Jinkies ain't her favorite babe of the week, like Daisy. Must have that Skittle flavor. Ronald! That's the hope that they all dig, but maybe they have other plans. Huh. We knew about the brothers. They've been mentioned before. Just thought it was the best to straighten things out before they get. Nice to meet you. I still think it was planned. I don't know, Mimi. This case has ran through my brain so many times, so many scenarios. So many things, so many scenarios, so much that I can't wrap my mind around it. Honestly, guys, I cannot wrap my mind around all this. There's been so many scenarios from this case. So much. Hey, Truth Hurts. I don't know, Truth Hurts. My brain, like I said, so many scenarios in my head. So much. I'm just like, I don't know from one point to the next what the truth is and what it ain't. I mean, I have literally, it's went 1,000 different things. My only question is, why did Ryan say that he knew Andy B before going on the mission in the woods? That was something you can ask Ryan, Ronald Presidente. Ask Ryan. He'll probably be in here later on. He likes to jump in my chats all the time. A video that said that trip was they are checking a creek near the house. There's a creek right at the bottom of the hill. Hey, Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. How are you, baby? There's Deb. Hey, Deb. It's a white trash movie. Unfortunately, innocent was involved. And was that the cemetery that funeral home guy worked at? I don't know. Was it Chillbilly? Chillbilly knows a lot about this case. You all do, though. Y'all been following this stuff a long time. Chillbilly lives actually right by it, though, so he can go right on down there and look and do all his stuff. He literally lives right by it. About 10, 15 minutes. The brother have been mentioned before. Isn't there a connection to Marlena? Can't remember how it goes. I don't think the brothers were involved at all. Wow. Well, I mean, there's just so much going on. These boys has been in CPS for so long and stuff. If they were going to talk, I think they would have talked by now. Their cousin Sally. Don's not been posting in Summer's page. I haven't been seeing anything posted for a while. There's so many lies in Summer's case. So sad. I just took it through my brain so many times, you all, and I try my best to try to figure, just some things out. But this case it's very, very unsolved. With all the advanced tech, we have why insert a camera into a ground, like the way they can see sewer lines that are broken. I don't know. Have you become a Democrat? My friend, I didn't see Mr. Hash Brown of becoming a Democrat. Sherry wants to FaceTime again real quick, y'all. Hold on. Let me see how much catch up on the thing here. And Lord, have you seen how small that creek is? It ain't nobody's hiding in it. That creek is very small. It is. It runs right at the bottom of the hill. But it can get bigger at points. Chillbilly will know more about that creek because that's his stomping grounds. Somebody does, Hashi. Ryan finds truth. He hasn't found anything so far. Well, it's hard to find, it's like a needle in a haystack out there right now. So it is hard to find. I do as well, Jinkies. I'm 15 to 20 minutes away. Oh, you are, ain't you, Truth? I forgot about that. Is a grave digger. Oh, he is? Well, little birdie told me that he was arrested the other day. Somebody look that up for me. Sorry, was in Summer's rabbit hole. Ronald. They had to wait until CPS was closed. Oh. I don't feel the boys were involved either, and they would have definitely talked. Yes, that's him. Ryan finds truth. The oldest boy is out now and looking to get adopted. Yes, I seen that. Yes, Ryan and AB, they even look alike. I didn't know Ryan and AB had anything to do with each other. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I don't know if they're friends or not. Boys are involved. If you stick to facts, though, there really isn't much. That's true. Truth hurts. And in the cases covering their own notes, I don't think Ryan has anything to do with Summer, but only wants to help. I feel the same way, too. It ain't ankle deep when it ain't raining hard. It was not very high when I was there, but I tell you what it was. It looked like dirty dishwater had been running into it, Truth, when I was up there. Like there was some dirty dishwater that was running it. Now I'm talking about the one right there at the front of Ben Hill Road, right at the bottom of the hill of the Wells' property. It looked like dirty dishwater the first time I went through. I went up there. But the last time it was barely even going. Let's see. Ryan came in late to the case. He did. Ryan did come in late to the case. Yeah, they're not going back without a reason for sure. Let's see. Let's see if we're going to try to get Sherry a FaceTime call. FaceTime Sherry.
Starting a FaceTime call to very Sherry.
Go back to sleep. It's the best time to Ronald. And eyes on the graveyard. What are you doing?
Hi, Jiggies.
Y'all look at that.
What?
Look at that girl.
What? Those feet? Oh, Skylar.
No, I'm showing you on the screen. Tell everybody hi.
Oh, hey guys, I love you all.
Hold on, let me turn around here.
You know that? You know what? I got booted from another channel.
Oh, did you?
I love it.
Whose channel did you get booted from?
What I should have been on video with.
Oh, let me guess.
Don't even guess. No. That's, you know what I'm thinking. I know what
Yes, but I have seen a strong could carry a car.
Those people
Yes.
I've never said anything mean to them.
Okay, y'all have a great night. Night, Sally. Night, sweetheart.
Jiggies,
What, Sherry?
look at what I'm drinking.
Oh, no. Is that a buzz ball?
Erica buys me these buzz balls. They're just not even 8 ounces.
Yeah, but they're
It's
potent.
It's just got a little bit of wine in it, like a wine cooler.
Yeah, they're pretty potent.
It's just something to sip on that's different.
Right. We're in here talking about the Summer Wells case. Apparently, there's a new lead, Sherry.
Okay.
And there's been a new lead in the Summer case. And word on the streets is they're going back over to the cemetery again and looking for Summer.
Well, I would go to somebody else's grave, like whoever was buried there. I would go to the nearest relative's grave, which would be Mrs. Goats.
Kidnapped from Wisconsin.
Don's mother is buried in the cemetery.
From my understanding, they caught some kind of footage or something.
Mrs. Goat's grave. If you remember, there were a lot of wooden pieces that were driven into the ground in a circle on her grave. You remember seeing that?
No.
I do. I remember everything I've ever seen or heard from.
There's a lot of wooden pieces?
Okay, you have to go way back at the beginning, but they show Mrs. Goat's, Don's mother's grave.
Thank you, Mimi, for putting that out there.
And someone had tapped in. Somebody can show it to you or send it to you. Tapped in
Right,
in a circle these wooden pieces on top of the grave.
Yeah.
And I kept wondering,
There's Ryan.
why would somebody do that anyway?
I don't know, Sherry.
Yeah, Ryan. Is this Ryan, our scorekeeper,
Type of
or is
footage.
this Finds the Truth?
Ryan finds truth. He's in here.
Oh, okay, Ryan. That's a good thing for you to research.
See if your thing works and you can come up, Sherry.
Honey, I've tried. It's not working. I've got to take it to the Geek Squad. I mean, Aaron does tomorrow. I won't ever be able to come up yet. I was using Safari as my browser. I've tried to get back in.
It might just need updated.
I've tried. I've already updated everything. Everything's updated.
Put up cameras, but it was to stop dumping, I thought. Oh, Ryan's been to that graveyard, ain't you, Ryan? Didn't you have some footage of that graveyard, Ryan? I think I watched something. Hey, Rita Langford.
Somebody find the picture with the little stakes that are, I call them wood stakes. I didn't count how many there were. I should have done that.
He said many times.
It could have had symbolic.
A bunch of little wooden stakes. At whose grave was that? Don's mom's?
Mother, Mrs. Goad.
Oh. I don't know.
On top of her grave, there are wood stakes.
Huh. Not heard that one.
You haven't seen that either? I believe JR has it. JLR or...
Ryan, are you cousins with Andy B?
No, I'm not.
No, we know you ain't, Sherry. Look at her, y'all.
I'm being crazy. Look, I'm sending this tablet to the Geek Squad tomorrow. I'm sending Eric the Wiz.
Sherry said she was. She's not cousins to him.
I want them to find out why I can't get up on anybody's panel anymore. And I'm not allowed to.
I know, Sherry. Y'all, this is all she's got right here. FaceTime.
Isn't it sad? You can't even see if I show my tatas.
They made. Really? Coupon?
I can't show my tatas like this.
Sherry, you can't show your tatas anyway.
I can if I go to Europe.
You can if you go to Europe or a nude beach. But you know, if they told on
There's a
YouTube,
nude
it'd be
beach not far
gospel.
from Go Beach.
Okay, PG
No,
thinks
you're
y'all are cousins.
Emerald.
Oh, PG think. Oh, okay. Okay. You guys keep up the good work. Yes.
But I'd like to know why all those stakes were driven in.
I guess people don't realize Dube
But it's
is
Don's mother's
French.
friend. I don't remember her first name.
Dube is
I know it-
French. I'm French.
I
You know, Jody Sue once said I was her cousin. No, I was Andy's cousin. She said I was Andy's cousin. Me and Andy's supposed to be cousins.
Well, gee,
Jody
we're
Sue
cousins.
said that.
We're cousins, but we don't tell everybody.
Did you get a cake for your birthday, Sherry?
I got better than the cake.
She got better than a cake, she said. Ha ha.
I got a Chinese dinner.
Well, there you go. If PG told it, it was absolutely the truth. Gospel.
Absolutely.
I thought there could be, but started realizing the PI is talking to some unreliable sources.
Right?
Hi, Jinkies. Hey, Gail.
Hey, PG, I don't have a problem with you.
So let me ask you this, Ryan. Do you believe? Well, I heard.
Well, why would somebody do that? I've never, well, my parents are in a mausoleum, but I haven't been to my parents' grandparents' graves or anybody's graves and put stakes
Do the
in them.
right.
I have.
The right. Right. And you know. Right.
Chase of flowers and everything. You know what I mean?
They told it on Killer Looks.
Damn,
Andy told what on Killer Looks, Rita?
Is that Rita R?
No, it's Rita Ledford.
Was that Rita R?
No.
Ledford? No.
I'm not letting I Love Thick Booties up on my panel.
Don't let anybody on your panel right now. I'm not up there to protect you.
Sherry's not up here to protect me.
Listen, my tablet's going to the Geek Squad tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Erica's going to take it in there.
Andy's did it. Yeah, he has did a few interviews. He's did a little bit of an interview with me before Andy has. He's been on my panel a few times, and we've talked, and I've asked him questions.
Hey, Ryan, I want to ask you a
Hi,
question.
Carly. Hi,
As
girl.
far as I know, you don't have to have an invitation to a cemetery, just like you don't need an invitation to a funeral.
Rita, what was told on Killer Looks?
I do want to know
Ken.
the things. I can't go back
About
that
Summer
far.
being buried in the Morrison. Yes.
That's his mother. That's
Your
Don's
code
mother's.
name.
Well,
Isn't PG connected to the Morrison Cemetery? No, PG shouldn't be connected to it.
I'm just saying it's weird.
I don't know. Did she say she was? I don't know if PG's connected to anything like that or not.
No, I think
Summer
so,
went missing on her birthday. On my birthday. She will always be my heart and prayer. I know.
I'm tired of holding this phone, baby.
Okay, I love you, baby. Here, tell everybody bye.
I love you too. Bye, guys. I love you very much.
Kisses. There you go. There you go. Love you, Sherry.
I love you too. Turn me off now.
Bye. She's a mess, y'all. Look, bud, if you're going to be weirdo, you should just leave and tell your mama all about it when you leave in the basement. Ref is hot. What? What are you talking about? The last name of the cemetery, you mean? I don't know, y'all. Sherry messes with my ADHD. I like thick booty. You're not coming up here. Didn't Chillbilly say another cemetery? He did. He should be listening still. He did say another cemetery. I know. I do pray she gets justice for sure. What cemetery is it in, Chillbilly, if you're still listening? That they're going to that the word on the street, y'all, allegedly. The video is on my YouTube. Yeah, he went to a cemetery, and it's on his YouTube channel, guys. Chillbilly did. It is on his YouTube channel. But it's not the same. It's not the same one, is it, Chillbilly, that they're talking about? It was to prove swear I'm wrong. I can show it. Yeah, if you want me to show it, I'll show it. Hold on, I got to go to your channel. Chillbilly wants me to show his. He did a video at the cemetery. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. That's my life. Hold on. Let's see. Y'all give Chillbilly the credit for this one. I'm going to play it. Laura Jane. Mimi Jane. Laura Jane and Mimi Jane. Hash Brown, you got full control over the chat. You do what you need to do, baby. Hold on. Why won't it let me share screen? Okay. Here we go. Here's Chillbilly's page, you all. Let's see. It's videos. Here it is. Hunting old graveyard. Looking for people. Okay. Summer's very dangerous.
Hello, everybody.
Could be Gail.
It's me again. After my last video, I had a lady ask me to go see if I could find a cemetery
I don't know.
to see if I could find a grave. So that's brought us here. This is Harrison Cemetery,
The wrong one?
just outside of Rogersville. And of course, Little Bit's here with me.
I found a grasshopper.
Yeah.
This is the wrong one? Which one is it? Along from the chimney. Okay, this is the one. Where's that little green car? You just don't think the cemetery at the time.
Right up there
I don't know.
is the infamous chimney top. Way over yonder.
Make it bigger.
I'm not at chimney top. This is actually on the Beach Creek side of chimney top.
Hold on. Try to make it bigger and it didn't work.
Whenever I started this, somebody said to start up a channel.
If they double stack, right?
You know, they would bring up ideas, you know, oh, you ought to record, you know, over here, or you ought to record over there. And I always said I didn't want to get into the crazy drama that everybody was doing. But I'm guilty. I've listened to different creators, and I've gotten hung up on some of them, and some of them I listen to because they're a joke. Yeah, y'all know who you are. But I was listening to one last night, and yeah, she's pretty entertaining. But one of the things that she kept saying was talking about this one gentleman and talking about where his grave was. And she said it was a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's on chimney top. It's a fact. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you got your facts wrong. Right here is where Mr. Morlock is buried. And again, we are not on chimney top. This is Light Cemetery Road. Light Cemetery. Right across from Light Hollow Road, I think it is. Light Road is over there on the other side of Beach Creek Road. Beach Creek Road goes right up through here. Chimney top is way up yonder. And right here is Mr. Morlock. And unfortunately, Mrs. Morlock has passed. Since all them pictures was put on the internet, she actually passed in 2022, it looks like. But again, this is just a little private cemetery, real quaint. Not a lot of looks like it needs a little bit of mowing, but I'm sure it's hard to get somebody to do stuff like that anymore.
No.
But again, didn't want to, feed into drama and all the crazy stuff. But just when you're wanting to say something, Don't say it's a fact when you know it's not a fact. Verify your information and do it right. Come on, people. I mean, there's some cases out there that if you want to call them true crime, then they're true crime, whatever that means. And it's
They had waited until this,
really, really hindered by
they couldn't.
people giving out false information. If you say it's a fact, make sure it's a fact. Don't just say it. Just because you believe it does not make it true.
I just do you remember Fraser Jones, the little
But
store
anyway,
in Billington, and who it
I
was.
think I'm going to sign off here. I may come back on here in a minute. Who knows? May end up top of the mountain. Although Chimney Top Cemetery is a private cemetery, this is semi-private.
I hear Emmy in the background going, Dada.
But anyway, this has been Chillbilly. Oh, wait a minute. Cool. I'm not going to show the name or anything, but wow.
What is that? I can't even see that. I gotta look at the other screen. Oh, that's pretty. That's a farm.
That's pretty.
That's pretty.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off here and
It's wanting me to put
we'll catch you guys around somewhere.
on
Either
here from
here
the other
or
night.
there.
Well, do it, Chillbilly. We
This
can
has
watch
been-
it.
Your favorite Chillbilly. Oh, wait a minute. Later.
Hmm. I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. Put it on there. We'll watch it. Anything you think a CPS case would make them act fast. Summer case. Just saying. Yeah, we've heard a couple of names about Mr. Jones. Bailington seems to be I love Bailington. I'm not gonna lie. I love the people. I mean, I don't know I know a little bit. Well, I remember Chillbilly told me a story about this. Hold on, I gotta put my picture back up here now. He told me the story about that family that got killed down there on Beach Creek Road. That's creepy. I know, Sherry. She can't come up, y'all. That's like taking air from her. It's to take her YouTube away from her. It's with a B. Last name that starts with a B. Bernard? The Lillians. Yes. I think that's it, ain't it, Chillbilly? The Lillians. Lily Leeds. He actually taught me to the spot it happened. Lil Floyd Fentanyl. Don Abercrombie. That's rapper. Deb Hash Brown. They adopted. They took Sherry's YouTube away. No, I think that her iPad just needs some updating. Sherry, love you. Charges may be dropped or to open this case. I'm not as familiar with the CPS like that. I don't know if that'd be the case or not. Peter lived. He was the youngest. Yes, that was the Chillbilly took me to back there where it all happened on that road. And that's creepy road now. That road creeps me out now. That makes no sense, Deb 1818. Either shouldn't matter when it comes to charges. Just I had never heard of that. Jody Ann, what are you doing? Rapper. My best friend's dad worked at the rest area. Hell, he still works there, I reckon. Me Norton. I am not disagreeing with you, just to pass. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That was crazy, Jinkies. That creeps me out. That story creeps me out. The CPS believes abuse has happened. They make an arrest regardless of if the kids are adopted or in CPS. Thanks for sharing that, Hashi. Not much about you, rapper. What about you, rapper? Oh, she's talking to rapper. Chilling. Chilling like Tristan. Tristan, just come in there. Your name, Tristan. Which I know states are different. I'm not in Tennessee, but that makes no sense. Just ask Chat GPT. Y'all know how I am with my Chat GPT. Hash Brown, they wouldn't have dropped all those charges to get the boys signed over. I don't know. It was so weird how they took something from each victim as well. That is so creepy. Truth hurts. Why, though, when they could take the kids out of the situation, make an arrest? I'm confused on that. Since to let perps walk free. I don't know, Hashi. Chocolate says, if you guys feel this might be the truth, then would you also feel the Wells are innocent, as they would not do that? It's too local and open access, just saying, the cemetery. I don't know, Chocolate. Hang it, B. What are you doing? Hashi's always invited over. If they want those boys, they would have taken them a long time before. They had been involved before this. I think they could have too. On Summer. I just pray Summer's found, period. I know, me too. That I agree. Me too. I just wish she was found. Because it's went on too long. And exactly, Hashi. If you give up all rights to your children, they will drop charges, not Candace's first time. Uh-oh. Almost, Sherry. It's saying the device is not connected. It's kind of like your camera's not connecting. It won't let me put you up here. Almost. There have been 9 kids total taken. I don't know, Deb. If you give up all, oh, I didn't read that. Just your opinion, as you were not. I don't know, guys. I do invite everybody's opinions. Everybody's opinions. I just seen you were alive. Come on in, Aunt B. We're just talking about, apparently, there's been leads, a new lead in the Summer Wells case. And the word on the street is they're looking at that cemetery. Is it Lot Cemetery they're looking at? Chillbilly? Is that the cemetery? Naked you want to see. Somebody just popped up in the back chat. It's naked you want to see. Oh my goodness. Sure. You don't have to back up, Chocolate. I love everybody's opinion. You're good, baby. Chocolate. You sold your soul, Jinkies. The word gone means deceased. The word would have been missing. I know I've lost 3 children. Sorry you sold your soul, baby. We need these convos, though. That's what will find her. That's right. We're going to do these convos, and everybody has a right to their own opinion. That's why we got to let everybody have their own opinions. You better show me you're naked first. You want to see me naked? It is a very open discussion, guys. Yes. So we will discuss whatever you want to discuss, as long as we're not being mean. I don't want to be mean, guys. If anyone says who's guilty, please elaborate and tell us what happened. Yeah, you can. Anybody can say, yes, elaborate. Yes. This is what makes Jane. Oh, thanks, Deb. Sally says, Mimi Jean, no, I don't think that's true. I have a family who works with DCBS. They would have put them in protective custody if there was a case. Biscuit! My beautiful biscuit head. Biscuit head, biscuit head. Everybody loves biscuit head. Love my biscuit head, y'all. Facts, not rumors. Not being mean. Just telling fans. Everybody has a right to their own opinion, guys. If you're going to say you want to see me naked, I want to see you naked before you coming up. So show it off, buddy. I want to see it. I ain't seen one of them in a long time. Woo-hoo-hoo! I can't put this person up. They're tallywhacking in the back chat. Are you going to finish? Sorry, guys. I got somebody in here playing with themselves, tallywhacking in the back. Gonna come. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna video this. Hold on. Where's my camera? Ah! I can't believe what I just saw. I seen a banana. It was an okay sized banana too. Yep. I just seen a full ejaculation, guys. Right there in the back. I mean, that's where it was. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm sorry. Gotta go pick my granddaughter. Okay, Mimi. Yeah, I got bombed. Yep. There you go. Well, I couldn't show it to you guys, but I got to see the full expiration. Could you see it? My glasses truth hurts. Could you? You can actually see in my glasses, can't you? I'm sorry, guys. That took us right off the thing. They have, Sherry, yes. Sorry, guys. We get back on subject again. That's so funny. I about peed myself, girl. There's never a dull moment, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Danny. Someone always comes up tallywhacking when people talk about. I know it, Danny. They finished their product right on the screen. I'm glad that I can be of service to you to show me this. I don't know, Sherry. They've already left. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. They need to shave their pubes though. Wasn't going to have time to record anything. Wow. No, he was very premature, Sally. Very premature. It is. It's word on the damn street. It's exactly right. We're still going down that hole. He come in to distract us, but we're still going down that hole. Get an old lady flustered. Oh my goodness. He done spilled the tea, Gal. Listen, y'all, I wouldn't put it past Jim Terry. He has been known to, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all think I'm lying. I've got it recorded on one of his little adventures where he's porn bombed me. I don't know why he porn bombs me, but he's porn bombed me on a few occasions. Yes, I said that right, Jim Terry. Yeah. It's a Sherry said, Chillbilly, come marry her. And then a butterfly. He was very premature. Very premature. It didn't last long. I guess he likes the squealing of my voice. Sorry, guys. Let's get back to the Jim Terry. No, Jim Terry. Jim Terry is the one that porn bombs me. Yes. I've got his porn bombing. I've recorded his porn bombing before. Yeah. I think these people just scroll through and see who's on live, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go over here and show her my Peter." And anyway, y'all, I'm gonna show you something very good. If you've not tried these, they are delicious. They are so good. I like things to put it. I'm not even going to say it after what I just watched. They're like little ropes. And this is watermelon. And they got that stuff in the middle. They're so good. And my voice kind of gives out. So I got to wet my whistle. Sorry. Says, Chillbilly, you'll never work again in your life. Anyway, guys. Distraction made. Let's get back to the show. We are so much alike with them candies. They're good, ain't they, Michelle? Sally likes them too. So I wonder if they're going to remove that big thing to see if she's under there. You think they'll do it? I don't know, guys. Who knows? I do too, Sherry. You don't think she's there, Gail? You never know. She could be there. Very well could be there. That's for a fact. Loves to lurk. Hey, baby. 120 acres. Where you been? Get the family's permission and opinion. They would have to. Probably get a warrant. They would have to do something. Watermelon moonshine. Yeah, you sold your soul. Your source is reliable. I'm just hearing word on the street, guys. That's all this is word on the street. another path that they can only be good. That's just word on the street, guys. None of anything I say here is true. What's Ryan say? He typed a big thing. I don't know if I don't watch the Rumor Mill channel, so no idea what folks are talking about. TBI search Ben Hill, and that is so obvious they are taking a fresh look. Well, I asked ChatGPT tonight, yeah, and they said that they got a new tip in the Summer Wells case. The TBI saying that they got a new tip. We can ask ChatGPT one more time right here on the thing. Y'all know how I am with my best friend ChatGPT. Because I was doing some research on it before I come live tonight. Let's see. I'm going to do the voice thing. Hey, ChatGPT.
It looks like you're mentioning different models and technologies from OpenAI, like GP.
Hold on. She's been listening to my conversation. Hey, ChatGPT. Can you tell me about the new leads that they got on the Summer Wells case recently? And where did you hear this? Where did you get this information from?
As of now, there are no new leads in the Summer Wells case. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation continues to review tips and conduct interviews. This information comes from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation's official statements.
Shut up, Ryan. ChatGPT is my best friend.
I'm sorry if I upset you. Let me know how I can help you better.
She told me she's sorry. No, I promise. She said this, you all. Hold on. ChatGPT's always right. Hold on. I'm going to prove to you that this was said. Hold on. Here it is. New developments. A video published last month promises a fresh lead near 4 years after her disappearance. This could be a gold mine for speculations and audience buzz. It says, it said a video freshly published last month promises a fresh lead near 4 years after her disappearance. This could be a gold mine for speculation and audiences. And that was the new developments right there. It says, here's the latest on Summer Wells, fresh developments you can highlight and discuss in your live stream. It says that, and then it says, also last month, Don Wells gave an emotional update in a new interview. He shared that DCS has dismissed their case against the family and revealed they've signed custody of their 3 boys over to state, adding a deeply personal layer to the narrative. I told everybody I got it from ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my best friend, guys. I'm sorry. Get into Sherry's fish tank. That's what it said, y'all. That's just what it said. That was the word on the street. But if they listen, why would the CPS be back? Not CPS, but the TBI be back up there taking a fresh look at it if they didn't get a tip? Think about that. Maybe it's true. You know? It's true. And we thought we were. Exactly right. Something made them search again. Something's made them search again. Nobody thought the priest was molested young boys, but nobody would have thought a priest, pastor, etc. Right, you soldier soul. It's just, there's a reason why they're taking a fresh look at this case. They have got a tip. And also a word on the street is that some of the shady characters in there has been arrested. So that's just word on the street. And I've been hearing this over the weeks as it's been going on. But I've been trying to stay away from everything because they don't want to get trouble going with people on here. So I've been I don't want to have trouble in this case and kids' case in the mix of it all, because that's just not the way I wanted to do it. But then I was sitting and thinking about everything, and I've got these flyers up at my restaurant of these kids, missing kids. And every time somebody comes in there, they look at them flyers and they're like, did they not find these babies yet? And I'm like, no, we still haven't found these babies. And they'll pick up that little thing, because Nana gave me a thing to put Summer's picture and stuff in, and it's like a little thing that stands up on my counter, and it's got Summer's picture on the front and back. Then I've got one of Layla and Michael Vaughn, and I got one of has Quentin Simon, Michael Vaughn, Layla, the little girl that come missing with Layla. Yeah, what's her name? Went missing a little bit shortly after her in the same area. Holland. And people go through, and they actually, one little girl came in there and said she used to go to school with Holland. She said, I know this girl. I used to go to school with her. Like, really? But I don't live that far away from Kingsport. Oh, see what everybody's saying. I wish I could, Auntie Sherry. One day, the family may talk about what happened. You never know, Sherry. When did AB say she was buried there? I don't watch AB, guys, so I don't know. If they did a search, imagine someone seen. Right, Hashi. Yeah, Holland Snap. I think we all will be very shocked when the truth does come. It's possible, Coupon Mama, very possible. Andy said because of his dream, he believes she's buried there. He said that forever. On many channels, people remove the word believe from the statement. I've heard that before, Ryan. You're not part of the Geek Squad, Hashi. Or maybe you're the vice president of the Vice Squad. Would law enforcement, take a chance and wait years? I don't know, Chocolate. I think they've got a new tip. I think it's why they're reevaluating all this. Yeah, Jody Sue said me and Andy were cousins. Yes. She did a whole live on it. It really is a horrible case, Ryan. It's so sad. So sad. Incognito Auntie Sherry. You sold your soul, your child, to save you from your sins. Oh, yes. Holland Stamp is a very sad case. Very sad case. They said that credible witnesses has told that they seen Holland the next day. They seen Holland very lifelessly laying on a couch, beaten pretty badly. And then the next day she was missing. It's a very sad case. I don't know, Logan. She wasn't much older than you. I think she was 18. Hey, Goddess Love. How are you? With the crazy spell thingy. What crazy spell thingy? Cheryl? Definitely. Oh gosh, why can't I see? What can't you see, Sherry? Let's just pray. Whatever the new information is coming out, let's just pray that they get some truth out of it and they get some answers. I don't care, guys love. She's always on my butt. Go tell her to give me that brownie recipe and leave me alone. She can buy that brownie recipe and leave me alone. I'd rather have PG on my butt soon and bring her home. Absolutely. Look how many stood back and watched Jesus die. Right. You're right. PG will be fine. I don't care. She needs to give me that brownie recipe and be good. Could you see it in the reflection, Sherry? Sherry's got very good eyesight. But I pray that honestly, I pray that this new lead leads to something. And I do wholeheartedly believe there was a new lead. Not just because ChatGPT said so. What it is I asked ChatGPT. Now, that was the different part of ChatGPT. There's two parts of ChatGPT. There's the part that talks to you, and then there's a part you talk to it, and it translates your voice and types it out. Then you send it over. And the one that I did that with is the one that told me about the new lead. So, the new developments, should I say. And like I said, y'all, this is not true. We're just discussing things. We're discussing word on the street and what's going on around the streets. But like I said, that's just the word on the streets. Breaking news, breaking news. People think PG is nuts, but she has never gave up. She hasn't ever gave up, Soldier Soul. She hasn't. Well, I love you. The trick is to the brownies is to learn how to make them better. I've got a good brownie recipe. I just need to know how to incorporate a little PG in them. But the guy, Sherry was watching. Could you really see in my glasses, Sherry? Bring truth. Yes, chocolate. Let the new developments bring the truth. Yes. But in the meantime, we're still putting up Christmas trees. I seen where Nana put up a bunch more. Nana goes out at least once a month and puts up flyers everywhere. She decorates the little bench. She puts up little ducks. She's right there in that area. So she keeps her name out there. So I've seen Ryan going down rabbit holes the other day. Ryan goes out and he puts boots on the ground. It's just like you're searching for a needle in a haystack, though. So, it's a lot of work, a lot of physical work. Ryan does the hard physical work. So many rabbit holes. Yes. A needle in a haystack. None of us really know what the truth is. Because even if you have been on the phone with Candace late at night and she's crying her eyes out, and I have been, and she's begging God, why her? And I'm seeing all these emotions and her crying, and my mind's going in 1,000 different places. 1,000 different places of what could have happened to this baby. MMEG's back. What could have happened to this baby? Where could this baby be? I have had at least in the past 4 years 100 different scenarios that I've went down the rabbit hole with. At least 100. When Christine was doing really good, girl went down so many rabbit holes, you wouldn't believe it. You sold your soul? Yes. Yes. So I don't know. I did not. 120. I really didn't hear that one, but I heard about it. I heard a little bit of it, but I didn't hear the whole thing. We went down all the rabbit holes. We've done down quite a few rabbit holes. Do you remember the Ziggy V rabbit hole? Do y'all remember that one? Whatever happened to Ziggy V? Ziggy V's rabbit hole was that she befriended Grandma, Candace Sr., and that Grandma said that Summer got sick at the water hole that day in the way home, and said that something about they left her in the car, and Candace took back off the hill and took her to Don because Summer got sick. Who remembers that one? That's the Ziggy V scenario. And a lot of people remember that. Do y'all remember that? And she said that she befriended Grandma. Some of my first scenarios was, that Summer had got sick and that something happened there. One of the other ones was, I don't want to get graphic here, but who was that it was on? A guy, somebody come into SF Investigates. Is it SF Investigates? I don't know if they're still around or not. It was a long time ago. And they said they was Grandma and said that Summer fell down the steps and broke her neck. And then that they had to get rid of her. And the boys did it. That's what that woman said on there. And acted like that they were Grandma. That's when one of the scenarios has been out there. There's been a chick that her husband runs a Bales Bondsman company. And she said that he was running a child sex ring and people were stealing kids and bringing them to his trailer. You know what I'm talking about, Ryan? Yes, that rabbit hole, Ryan. Come on, y'all. Give me some good rabbit holes. Somebody said that one of the boys ran over with their motorcycles. There's been rabbit holes saying that Don's boss took her, bought her, and things went wrong and they buried her in one of his job sites. That was one. Scoped the neighborhood in the Morristown. We did too, Ryan. Chillbilly actually got out and walked the tracks. Yeah. Summer was taken to Utah or Arkansas. Yes. Not long ago, there was a little girl. You did. Yes. Yes. Chillbilly walked the tracks. Ryan says you're crazy, man. Chillbilly actually got out and walked the tracks there. And that was a big rabbit hole. I'm still not sold completely on that one. Due to affiliations with it, I'm not going to speak much more of that. Come on, y'all. Let's think of another rabbit hole. David the church guy. It was a very nice retired couple. I think it was the Beth got Ryan to travel all the way to Florida. Oh, Benny Keys. This was Ernie's. Rabbit hole. Benny Keys ran a child sex slavery ring, and he took Summer to Florida in the back of a U-Haul. That was an Ernie Shell thing. Okay. Don't want to leave out anybody else's rabbit holes. Oh, she's been buried in the chimney at the Wells' house. We know this, Chillbilly. He's the bravest little thing I ever seen in my life. The rumors. Summer fell off the roof. That's also a speculation. Jody Sue took her at the bottom of the hill. Now, these are just speculations, that rabbit holes and stuff that were going on, and gave her to Fred. Yes, not to mention the non-existent Cotton Simpson cave. Yes, but Jody Sue was at the bottom of that hill that day, and this is a speculation, you all. And she passed her over to Fred, and Fred got her out and did something with her. That's a rabbit hole. Surrounding, yes, there's a lot of BS. Mexico, yeah. Another speculation on red car is seen at the bottom of the hill. Now, Chocolate, I did hear Ronnie Lawson say that a delivery truck said there was a red truck in the area at the time Summer was supposedly went missing. So I did hear Ronnie Lawson say that. There is a video of him saying that. Don't get me tickled. The flute player, creepy guy, let your butt run free guy. That guy that bought that property up there by Andy's. And what's his name? David Dotson. Was that his name? Is that his name? Let your butt run free guy. And woman in a red truck. Yeah. Ernie knows everything. I know. The phone's getting sank. Yes. That baby girl is walking through someone's dreams every night. No forgiveness, straight to hell for them. Right, save your soul. David, the flute player. Yes. The one that shaved his body, all his body hair off, and had a asthma attack, but it was kind of sounded like he was whispering nasty things and ejaculating in that one video. Ugh. Y'all didn't see that video. That was on Benny Keys's. Jinkies, I did see that. Hey, Bugsanne, how are you, baby? David was the flute player. The other guy was Jody Sue Annie's. Then who was it? Who was the guy that the butt run free guy? Ernie and Don killed her. Said Don killed her with a hammer. Yeah, that Ernie's. No, Ernie, no. Just because Ernie met up with Candace at a gas station does not mean that Candace gave him any kind of information. Make no mistake. When Ernie tried to come up there and deliver a pizza, she called the police on him. Do you think she trusted him with information? No. Some of us remember that still, guys. Do we not? Was it David Jackie Dobbs, that's who it was, Danny. Let your butt run free. At first, Jody Sue said she died that weekend, not on Tuesday. Jody Sue said a lot of crazy shit. Seriously, y'all. When she made up these stories about me, I had that live about me, and said I was Andy's cousin, and that I was in on the whole missing Summer Wells case, and that I took her. Yes, Jody Sue blamed me. I was cracking up. It's when I first met Andy. I said, "You got to take a picture with me because you're my cousin." One who's been cremated and researched the lows of Tennessee. I don't know, Sherry. Also, a mumbling, remember that. Yes. They also used to say Jody Sue's son did it. They said that he snuck up there and did it. This is just rabbit holes, guys. This ain't true. None of this is true. They said grandma took her back to Wisconsin. What are some other ones? Jody did an interview in the beginning. Since then, the news has avoided her. They know. Look, exactly, Chillbilly. Her food in her pocket. Yeah. I just wish the nightmare was over. Yes, Bugs Aunt. And did a little suitcase, the trip. There was a picture that looked just like Summer. That even Candace was like, I don't know, that looks like Summer. So Candace actually showed it to me. And she was in an airport. But apparently they did call and they did research it, and it turned out it was not Summer. Oh, another rabbit hole was that Don's sister was in, and she went to Paris and took Summer with her. It's another one. Thoroughly. I will say no more. Brian says, Jody Sue and Andy's dogs was buried over her. She's hidden in a bunker under the shed. She's in the septic tank. Yes, that's a rabbit hole. I remember that one. Yes. Poor Summer. I wish someone would come clean and tell what happened. I know. Remember Andy talking to Benny and Tiffany on Benny's live saying, Reaper has been moved from his grave with a green toy plush, the shoes in Andy's car. I can remember something like that, you sold your soul. Taken from the shed. Yes. What about Jody Sue's son joining the military so quickly? That was also a rabbit hole. I've heard 100 of these theories just reading through my IMs. Right, Ryan. Which shed, which tank? Chillbilly said, Ryan. I've never realized PG knew DW and CW earlier than that was what I understand. No, PG called Dawn during their fights and all this was all first happening, and was talking to Dawn about it. And PG and Dawn bonded up. Well, there's other stories about that. We're going to leave that theory on down the road. Who knows? These are just theories people keep throwing out. That's not a lot of theories, though. Now I believe that about Dawn's sister. She couldn't have kids and never spoken up on her brother's defense. You know, I mean, that is a theory. That is definitely a theory. What happened to Yucky? I don't know, you sold your soul. Another rumor is Don's confessed to his dad, also Don's son. I've never heard that one. That's interesting, actually. I did hear somewhere that Candace's daughter recently spoke out. Really? Wow. Wasn't the truck in the ditch red as well? DW pulled out of the driveway. It was in the ditch. Anyone remember that? I don't remember that, Sherry. So to share, a lot of people made money off of that baby's case. Yes, a lot of people made money off the baby's case. Ziggy did have yucky. Ziggy has yucky? What? Ziggy? Ziggy Zig? The creator? I hope we find out what happened, but I feel like someone needs to tell what they know. What the fudge? Where you been? Where you been? What the fudge? I mean, seriously. You've been MIA, missing in action. What the fudge? Hunter ran over her allegedly. I've heard that too. I also heard that Jody Sue's son ran over her. And that he wasn't supposed to be driving his grandma's truck and they took her and they hit her. That was one of the things that I heard. Marlena's got yucky. Don took pictures. Hunter, a lot of specs there too. No, she has a pup, Athena. Ziggy got a puppy, not yucky. Oh, okay. Ziggy did not get yucky. Yucky was with Summer. No, Ziggy had another puppy, not yucky. No, okay. Damn, a truck was in the ditch with a woman covered. Remember? I'm old as shit, but I can remember. I don't remember that, Sherry. Yucky was given to Ziggy's daughter. Really? Working them graveyard shifts. Ooh, them suck. Them suck. I remember. I've asked Candace about Yucky, but she never answers. I never asked Candace about Yucky. Thank you for affirmation. That's right. I remember Athena. That Summers really did get lost in those woods. Oh, this is the one, yes, that a bear got her and took her off. That's another one. I've heard one at the Bellington Days last year that she was trafficked and she's in Michigan. And they're just waiting to go get her. Missing you too? What the fudge? Sherry. Kyle says Lucky was adopted out along with 9 other of the Wells' dogs. You can read Lucky's story in the Rogerville Review's Facts. And thanks for sharing that, Kyle. Thanks. That's pretty cool. I mean, what are they waiting for? I don't know, Danny. The truck had a 4-wheeler in the bed. A woman was covered up in the seat when Don saw her. The police came and Don left them, but got a picture of them. There you go, Sherry. Sandra remembers it, didn't you, Sandra? Wow. Hey, Pakey. I know Yucky is lucky. Read the article. Okay. Wow. What is it? The one sect that may be questioned is that social services took Summer. Yeah. They could have. You never know. There was a lot of shady business going on in that town. Didn't the judge, was it in Kingsport, get in some trouble for some kind of shady kid business? Ronnie Lawson's son was indicted for some bad stuff. You never know. Oh, here's another one. I don't know, you soldier soul, because the need for blonde haired, beautiful baby girls, blue eyed little girls, is pretty big. They say one of the things is that Robin Lane took Summer and took her to a safe place. That is another one of the rabbit holes. And these are just rabbit holes, guys. These are not accusing people. Me and Robin Lane's cool. I love her to death. But this is just a rabbit hole. This is not accusing anyone. Said that Robin Lane took her, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church took her to a safe house. That's been a speculation. The whole cremating her, it's a speculation. Remember that. I remember being said. Yes, God's love. I have one very question. What happened to the book that was revered that Allie had lost in her possession? The book. I don't know. Abducted by accident. Should have been Marlena's daughter. Yeah, that's a good one, Cheryl. CPS took all 4 of my nephew's kids. They didn't take the boys until after Summer went missing. So, who can answer my questions? Heard a dark lady took her. Here's one. Marlena and her boyfriend was hiding in the weeds below Summer's swing the day before, taking pictures. Yep. Yeah. Tim M. has the book. Who was the woman in the picture with Summer smiling? Candace removed it. I don't know. Hash Brown wants to know, what about this book? Look, there is a lot, y'all. I think I've already counted more than 100 stories just being on here. 100 different. She's buried in the graveyard. They took her on Happy Top. Who was it? Chad Arnold took her on Happy Top because he said something to Candace. There's been so many speculations. So many. I mean, we could go on for days here. It's a lot. It is a lot. I've had people go through the Google Maps and map out 4-wheeling trails that people didn't know nothing about that's out there. It's the first edition of Don's mother's book. Oh. Of girls' names. Customers' pictures. I didn't hear about that. What? Tell us about that one. Hashi, I never heard that one. I mean, there's been a lot of stories of what happened to Summer. A lot of speculations, a lot of stories, a lot of untrue stuff. There's a little truth to some of it, though. Did write a book of drywall. Now, who's Sonia? Hash, I remember that interview. The book written by Don's mother was about drywall. Long time before Summer was even born. Nothing to do with Summer. Oh. Don's sister? The monkey story. What's the monkey story? Y'all's filling me in now. Ryan, y'all heard this one before you, Chillbilly? She got hurt in the refrigerator. Yes, what the fudge? She got hurt in the refrigerator. Yes. A 911 call from Candace with Summer yelling for help. Candace said he was hurting her. Hurting Summer. In the back, you can hear her screaming. There was a 911 call. I don't know what happened to it. We'd listen to it if I had it. They were going through the woods together. I think his name may have been Brandon. Was researching and went to search somewhere and met this Brandon dude on a dirt bike. He said many people ride bikes back there. Huh. What's this monkey thing? I don't know. The bike guy supposedly had like a GoPro on and saw the boys playing in the creek. Oh, okay. Math monkey. The ones that got turned loose. What? There was monkeys back there? I always thought those were meth heads. Fred's talking about us used to be monkeys there. Oh, Fred. Okay. Said there used to be monkeys in the woods. Oh, okay. Yes, Sandra, that's a good one. What about the utility worker who come work late that day? Yes, that's a good one, Sandra. Monkeys lived wild in Beach Creek. Wow. Fred tells about them monkeys. Flying monkeys? Oh, wow. I always thought the monkeys were meth heads. But yeah, I think Fred at one point said there was real ones. Shh. Hash brown, no, they did not say Bigfoot got her. Oh my God. Monkey see, monkey do. Oh my goodness. Candace also said they would never had done that if I was there. Done what? Test monkeys. But we don't know who was hurting Summer on that 911 call. As Candace did not say, she only said he. Huh. There was some that got loose. They probably didn't make it through the winter. They never found them? So they never found the monkeys that was loose? Oh my goodness. Bugs Ant said, I just can't. Wow. He was hallucinating. The tree cutter. The tree cutter is a good one. Laura said she didn't see no monkeys, but a little tiny footprint. Laura said that? Did you guys ever hear the story about Don talking to some little girl on the side of the road in Churchill. Someone told me that one this weekend. Never heard of it before. Don actually told that story. Don said there was a little girl out, and he said that it was right after summer it went missing. I can't remember the details because it's been a while. And that he walked up and knocked on the parents' door or something about it and told them they need to get their kid and put it up. That's just from my understanding. It's been a while since I've heard that one. That's also Don's side of it too. The bear got her, yeah. Dobson got her. Who he said he was worried was going to be taken, and her parents or somewhere came outside. Yes. They covered that on Killer Looks. Hash Brown, yes, I actually met the family this weekend. Really? Truth, yes. PG was on the phone with him at the time that happened. Oh, so PG was on the phone when that happened? That's... Well, I know they had a friendship. I caught one, Chillbilly, the monkey in the basement, of course. Sherry's putting monkeys in her basement now. Don said no one was watching her. When he talked to her, someone come outside. Helped us train Moon to do some live tracking. Really, Ryan? Oh, I'd love to see Moon again. Moon is the sweetest baby. Now they lived up in the mountains making moonshine all day. Wow. That's the first I heard of the monkeys, guys. Now they live... See, same edge of summer would be. Yes. Oh, wow. I love to hear more about the encounter. Oh, yes. Ryan, he said he came home from work, I believe, and saw a girl next to the road about Summer's age. He stopped and the parents got mad. This was day after Summer went missing. No, they were small. They probably got eaten after they froze. There are rumors that they lived a few years. Oh, really? Oh, my. They said a huge uncle was sitting on a porch watching, and Don didn't even know. Oh, Danny, or should... So she said, better question is, when was she supposed to not on the phone with him? Yes, Danny, from what I remember, she was the one on the phone with him that day. That's interesting. DD, we're talking about some of the rabbit holes and speculations about what happened to Summer that people's been talking about. If you'd like to chime in, you're welcome to. We're not accusing. These are just people's rabbit holes. These are just what people's been saying. None of this is truth. This just, I mean, we're even saying monkeys here, okay? So you're very welcome to chime in if you'd like to. Let us know some of the stuff that you've heard. That's right, Jinx. Candace was trying to tell Ernie what happened and never did. I don't think Candace was trying to tell Ernie anything. Candace didn't really trust Ernie. She called the police on Ernie that night when he brought a pizza up there in the yard and a bag of plastic sex toys and dropping them off in her yard. The police came up there that night, and the police came over and caught Ernie and Tina's husband and pulled them over, and because he had went up there and dropped that pizza off. So she wasn't telling Ernie anything but her cash app. At the church, I have one chained in my basement. I'm doing research. Sherry's got one chained in her basement. She's doing research. According to PG only. It's better than having skeletons in your closet. We all got them, Ryan. The Sherry has a man and a monkey. She's a collector of wild things. Yeah, she did say that, yeah. What did the family think of the incident? Did they think DW was up to something? I don't know. Don also said he asked Candace for Summer's birth certificate. I don't know. I have not heard a lot of this. They just thought it was creepy because it was so close to Summer's disappearance. Yeah. The rumor that Sonia took her to France. Yes, that was a rumor. Is that Sonia stole Summer and took her to France? Out of everyone, let your butts run free. Didn't get her. I don't know if he did or not. I mean, he's a creepy dude. Don told it that the grandfather was sleeping on the couch. I agree, Jinkies. Candace did not trust Ernie at all. She did not trust Ernie. Ernie was putting her cash app up for her at the time, and she was broke as hell, so she cooperated a little bit. But trust and believe, Candace has been very weak at a time with me before, and she's never told me anything out of the way like that. So if you look up Simpler, it's located on the other side of Chimney Top. They smoke exotic and wild meat. They have claimed to dress animals that are not known to be around here. Really? Wow. Ernie doesn't know anything. No. I'd like to go to the way back machine and start over in Summer's case. So many rumors, but it has to be true out there. Right, Hashi. There sure is a lot of those Jinkies, but I let everyone have their own opinions, even though some of are different than mine, but I'm still kind to everyone regardless. Exactly, Dee. And that's how I feel, exactly the same. I will tell you how I feel, and that's how I feel. I don't know what to feel right now. I don't know what's true and what ain't. I've heard so much, and it's went through my brain, everything known to man. Do you happen to know the route of the fire tower? Christian Chip on Chimney Top. I think I know, but Jen refuses to go back with me. Chillbilly, I'm breaking our engagement. Jose took her. I don't know it now. We used to know people that owned the bottom properties. They've all sold them now. I'm pretty sure Actual Mountain is TVA. Huh. What about Grandma Candace's brother? Another rumor. I've never heard that one before. Where's Lori Shortlegs? No one ever mentions. Lori Shortlegs is grieving her uncle right now. Her uncle passed away, and she's going to have to go to Washington, I believe. And just keep her in your prayers. She's having a hard time. We have access via one property. Okay. You are 100% correct, Jinkies. Me and you both. No, she didn't trust Ernie one bit. No, she did not. That's why I know Ernie was full of poop soup. I'll go with you all. Penley Hollow was one way we would go, but that's been years ago. Uh-oh, that'll be cool. Y'all get that together and go. Can't wait to see what y'all find in that adventure. Grandma's brother. I don't know. I never seen him. I never seen that story. Would love to see Chillbilly and Ryan get together. Case. They've already did some work together before, Hashi. in Andy's camp in the mountains. Andy had a camp in the mountains? I didn't know that. Candy's brother was convict pedo. I heard before on here. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Sheriffy Jr. is a creepy as long as Lawson's son. Yes. Yes. There's just been so many. So many. He had long hair and looked creepy. Yeah, I've heard some stuff about him. Yes. Don said he went to the mountain and couldn't find the camp. So Don couldn't find the camp. The one thing I know for sure is there was times she was standing right beside me and people had her in Florida, North Carolina, you name it. And I would tell her, I wish we were in Florida. Well, yeah, definitely. If y'all don't know who Dee Dee is Candace's best friend. When everybody said that Candace was living with Kathy the friend, Candace was not living with Kathy the friend. Candace was at Dee Dee's house, splashing her feet in the pool. So, yes, Dee Dee and Candace are very close. Very, very close. Dang it, it's YouTube folks wanting to see a Chillbilly Ryan collab doing it. Yes, I'd love to see it. Get it together, boys. That was one of the Donna Sophia's psychics. Oh, I think Short Legs had to go to California for her uncle's funeral. She did, 120 acres. Yes, Goddess Love. Where's Rosebud? Crazy. How two are missing. That is crazy. Dee Dee is Candace's best friend, guys. Candace actually stayed with Dee Dee. She did, yeah, she was at Miss Kathy's, but she was also with Dee Dee she was with Dee Dee most of the time. Because Dee Dee, she was in Georgia with Dee Dee at the time. A lot of the time. She did go to Kathy's. Sorry, guys. My voice was crackling there. Oh. You know, the thing is there's been so much. I mean, it's like your brain can't, you know. Good night, Sherry. I love you, baby. Get your iPad fixed so you can get up here and discuss this with us. Do you want to hear the wildest recent speculation I heard recently? It'll blow your mind. Tell us, Ryan. Tell us. No one has talked about it, probably because it's so crazy. Did say with Kathy. She did stay with Kathy for a little while, but not as much as she stayed with Dee Dee. She does, Ryan. Spill it. Spill the tea. We'll take it. Spill the tea. Yeah, you come on panel if you'd like, Ryan. You and Chillbilly can. I know. Me and Tashburn will be like, it's the latest one received. It's almost believable. It's so crazy. Spill it, brother. Spill it. Inquiring minds want to know. Kyle says, can you imagine being Ellie and this being sent in over and over years? Right. I know, me too, Ryan. But that's okay. We're not that old. I was wondering why you ain't already in the bed, Chillbilly. Did you have to get up like early in the morning? Good night, Chillbilly. I want to hear this, Ron. Robbery gone bad, rabbit hole. Rose and Summer heard that. I don't know about that. What did Hashburn? I hope for the best, whatever happened, but I'll never lose hope. She will come home one day and I'll get to meet that precious baby. Right, Dee Dee, right. Of that cult? Okay, you got to elaborate for sure on this one. I totally agree, Dee Dee. I love for Summer. Right. Come on. We won't keep you up here long. Rod Iron Ministry? Rod Iron Ministry. Oh, come on. Let's see. Hold on, I'm going to share my screen. They brought a bunch of land near us in Tennessee, headed by some guys from Asia. Okay, let's look this up. Hold on. They moved my StreamYard around. Here we go. Share screen. Let's see. Wrought Iron Ministries. Okay. Gather. Train. I don't know why it's not allowing me to do anything. Let me just click on it again. Okay. Do you have a strong faith in God, but do not feel at home with the institutional nature of most churches? Or are you searching for fellow Christians who are also politically engaged? Learn how your moral, political values are being addressed by the Bible by taking a course on gathering with other Christians who share your concerns and core value. Join us for Sunday service, Bible study, or even attend with fellow Christian patriots. Home. Let's see. About Wrought Iron Ministries. The kingdom that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Experience of freedom comes through relationship with Christ, personal accountability, mind body unity, institutional. Our pastor is the youngest son of Reverend Myung Moon. He was named by his father's sole successor, 2000 Ministry Divinity from Harvard University. Held a various position in Korea. He moved to Pennsylvania, where his wife created a world peace and unification sanctuary. Initially, worshiping services where he held his home. 2014, congregation grew to a point where dedicated building was necessary. The King reported 3-hour YouTube broadcasts Monday through Sundays. What? Okay, I'm confused. I got to read what Ryan put in here now. He is. It's by somebody from Korea. You mentioned some trafficking stuff, and that's always a horrible thought, but could be true. My niece was taken in Cleveland, Ohio, along with 2 others. They did awful things before she got loose. Craziest one is she fell down the chimney and blocks were cut out in the cemetery. That is a crazy one. Seen tears she's cried for Rosie. One guy got 20 years, but the plane. Wow. So do you think maybe child trafficking, Ryan? That they're masking it as Christians? I know, hon. That's why I made sure to write no disrespect to you, but just wanted to know. What about the tree guy? Left early because she was sick. I think Christine covered it as well. She did. The Vice article about the cult, the physical aspects gets even more when you think about the kids who were sent there for months, who had mental illnesses and didn't know what was going on. Ooh. Oh, wow. Theory someone pitched. They claim someone on Ben Hill was a member. I haven't confirmed. Really? Did y'all ever hear the video where Jody Sue tells everybody to go in the woods? And it was supposed to have been like, that said, y'all, let's gather together and meet up in the woods and be very quiet. And it was like a cult thing they said she was a part of. And they went to like a Black Lives Matter thing. Y'all remember that recording? Ryan. Hash brown is terrible. Wow. How would anyone have gotten summary if what Candace said is true? Really hashy. Wow. Did y'all remember that recording? The Jody Sue, they got on Jody Sue about her going into the woods and everybody be quiet, don't wear perfumes, and keep the flashlights off. She was supposed to be going to spy on a KKK meeting in the woods. Oh, is that what supposedly? They said that she was in a cult. Is that where the Wells set up that little monument for Summer? It's at the bottom of the hill, from my understanding. A lot of people didn't approve of the Wells lifestyle. They've given someone a motive. That's very true, Chocolate. I remember that. JLR and Brandon went in the woods where they had it. I remember that, though. And they was talking about how Jody Sue's son collected, and her son, that they collected. And what, I don't know if it was her son. It was Jody Sue would get Andy to go get roadkill off the road, and she let it rot and make jewelry out of the bones of the roadkill. Y'all remember that? I remember. Google train abduction, and you can read about it. Wow. Invited people to go with her. And said she had to wear no perfume. So you remember that, guys, right? Yeah, Jody Sue was she was into some kind of cult, from my understanding. That was the word on the street too. Don't know if that's true. That's just, word on the street, guys. She collected roadkill and makes stuff out of it. She called it Death Box. Right. But I'm sorry that it's hard for me too. Yeah, that's crazy. Ryan, it's also the school where parents enroll their kids and never had contact with them again. Oh, wow. That's disgusting. It is disgusting. Also said she happened, someone would have do the right thing and return summer. Yes. Oh, yeah. I know one summer train number 22. Wow. There's a lot of stuff, y'all. But this has been going on for 4 years. Like, can you imagine what TBI and the police have been going from these speculations, these YouTube speculations primarily? But, wow. Until, oh gosh. Makes me sick to think of someone taking that baby for horrendous reason. I know, Hashi. As much as I have cried over my fur baby, I couldn't imagine. Right, Biscuit Head, right. And the 20 trains of children went missing. Really? She had white. They were dancing around. They were witches on her Facebook. You're right, Cheryl. I remember that. A cult with just women and children. Wow. I remember that, Cheryl. Y'all, I have to take a bathroom break. Y'all just keep talking. I'll be right back, okay? Sorry, guys, I'm back. Wow, Carly, I just read that. I forgot about that too. I've heard of that too. Wow. Bama, Arkansas, but he did call 911, he claimed. Oh, wow. Danny, I feel like the misinformation came from the YouTube streets and creators making up stories to keep content. And that's where I think it came from. I think creators making up stories to keep content going. Wild stories. As a matter of fact, a lot of these little accusations came from about 2 or 3 YouTubers in particular. So, yeah. We had the Benny Keys error, the Ernie Shells, the Prayer Gardens, and the list goes on and on and on. Right, God is love. Many creators has theories running wild. That's right, Hash Brown. There really is. And like I said, the theories is not the important thing. You can theory all day long. It's facts. If you got facts, that's one thing, but a theory is just a theory. Facts, facts, facts. The fact is, this place is here. This place is here. Fact is that Summer was here. Fact is, Summer is not home where she's supposed to be. The fact is that, there's different facts of the situation. And there is a difference between theory and facts. And unfortunately, these are all just theories that we've talked about tonight. That's it. There's barely hardly any proof to anything on any of these theories that's been put out there. There's bits and pieces, but if there was enough proof, then the law enforcement would have already made arrest. Right. Chuckled it. Good night. Good night. What the fudge? Thanks for coming in. Love ya. Blue True. Jody Sue never heard now. Don't forget cases, jinkies. Yeah, cracking cases, yes. Absolutely. I still think back to the footprints. Right, Hashi. Well, I've heard the dog scent ended at the road. That was the police confirmed that, Carly. JSB feet at JSB's feet. Well, I heard it ended at the road. I didn't know about the feet. I didn't hear that part. The creek, Fred's washing machine. I'm sure there's others, not sure what's true. My opinion changes a lot. I heard that they did find Summer scent on Fred's property. Yes. I didn't hear about the washing machine. That's interesting. And the psychics giving their thoughts as facts are so wrong. Yeah. I want so bad to believe Candace, but nothing makes sense. First, the timeline and the day does not make sense. How is Cam and Ellie, anyone know anything? I haven't heard hide nor hair of them two. Nothing. What scares me is someone is going to get hurt with all the stories and names being put out. Right, Kyle. That's very true. Agreed, 120 acres. They get angry when you don't take their readings as a fact. They're back on and not too good. I think Olivia is, I don't personally, after when when Olivia ganged up with BHB and they did the whole Brandy Neil shenanigans, I lost all the respect I had for both of them. Sorry, guys, it's true. When they did the Brandy shenanigans, because that was when Olivia was hanging with BHB pretty hardcore. I think they was even like in Minnesota together at the time, and they were covering the Idaho, or there was in Idaho or something like the Idaho 3, I think that. And when the stuff started going down with Michael Vaughn and the Stacey Vondros and all them, and Brandy was over at Purple Phoenix's, and Purple Phoenix had heard that they found biological evidence that Michael Vaughn was at that residence. And that was the residence where they said they buried him in the backyard. And Purple Phoenix had played Bullhorn Betty, live while Bullhorn Betty had called the police station and asked them about it. And Brandy didn't even know about it at this time. So Brandy is finding out that they found biological evidence or something around them lines. I don't want to speak out of the way with it, y'all. And then when I seen that, that's when I lost all my respect for Olivia and BHB. Sorry, guys, and Purple, which Purple was just playing what BHB was doing, but I was like, no, this is a delicate situation, and that should have never happened on YouTube lives. That should have never happened on a YouTube video. Should have never been put out there before the mother found out about her child's biological evidence being found that her child was at that residence. And the police station should have never even told it. It should have been a hush-hush until they took the parents aside. But they did not. And then it wasn't BHB should have never did that. That was just, Brandy started bawling. It was horrible, guys. And it was not good. It was not good at all. A lot of respect was lost at that point. And I cannot get behind people that would do that too. No. Right, chocolate, right. You also got to give grace to people. She was a grieving mother, and she should have knew. From my understanding, they didn't find a body. They did find biological evidence in the house. I think they found his scooter, is what they found. I think they found his scooter there. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But when they did that, I was like, nope, no. Betty went too far, said Olivia, because she was right in with her on it. And I was like, no. There's certain, when YouTube takes away you having any kind of empathy for people, especially people that lost their babies. Yes, 120 acres. I heard he was on his scooter, and I heard that they found his scooter at the Vondros' house. If I'm not mistaken, that was what it was. And I don't want to say that as a fact. That is just, yeah. Well, I believe Michael was moved. And I think the dogs also picked up scent. They found the scooter, yeah. I heard they found the scooter too. Yeah. They dug up the yard. Yeah. yeah, it was. I don't feel like. I feel like we should have a little morals, and even though we're creators, and I feel like there's things that we do and do not do, and calling a police station and doing that on a live video, messing with a case like that for your YouTube views, because you're not a reporter. No, you're not. A professional reporter, no, they wouldn't have did that. Robin B, she changes her name. Robin Budaduano. Robin Budaduano also had a child that was murdered. Yeah. But they found him. Her murderer is in prison and they're not letting him out. He's fighting to get out, but they're not letting him out. It was her 5-year-old little girl, Nicole. It's not have enough evidence to make charges stick, I know, in this case. Oh, yeah. But they have all 4 suspects, really? But yeah, it was definitely, there's been a lot of rabbit holes in the Summer Wells case. There's been a lot of craziness. There's been a lot of rabbit holes in the Michael Vaughn case. Some of these cases are cut and dry. Some of them are hardcore and you can't figure it out. Your mind just can't wrap around it. There's even one, I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Ryan, if he's still in here, that the guy they say that did that to Holland was had association with something with Summer. I heard that. He had association with it. I forget how he was associated, but I heard there was some association to it. Summer. The guy that did that to Holland. I forget how it was, but somebody told me that. That was just a rumor. And I'd have to go back and ask that person again how that association happened. But I think that, yes, Ryan, yes. Yes. I heard he was a chomo, for one thing. Was he a chomo? Yeah, Ryan. I heard there was some association there. Just so many. It blows your mind how many. Like I said, a lot of them has been from creators. A lot of them's been from subscribers that went down rabbit holes. I've even went down quite a few rabbit holes myself over trying to drum it into people's heads as correct does not make it correct. Why people... Yes, absolutely. 120 acres. Absolutely. Yes. This is already to do with Brandy's Neal's illness. Brandy Neal is, very sick, and y'all just pray for her, her and her family. My hair's falling all cuckoo here. Y'all just pray for her for sure. But like I said, this is all leading back to a lot of YouTubers and a lot of stuff, like she said, 120 Acres says, they try to beat it in people's heads. And they're not presenting a lot of facts. Now, some of them has a lot of facts they're putting out there. Not, some facts is going out there. Recording, some people has recordings and has seen a lot and went through a lot, with this case. So, yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, there's been a lot of people insert themselves in open, active cases acting like they are Ellie or something. One of the first times when I heard about Summer's case, Daisy was telling me about it. Daisy was really, really into the case so much. She don't live far away from the case. I guess that's why Ryan's into it so much too, because he's a hop, skip, and a jump from the area, and so is Daisy. And every day when I go by a certain cell phone tower, I would get the Amber Alert for Summer. It went on for almost a whole year. We'd get that Amber Alert. And every time I'd get that Amber Alert, I was thinking, me and Daisy would talk about it. And I'm thinking, if I could just get there, I know I could find her. If they would just let me search that property. Then you go, and I've actually been there. And I've been the property. There's no finding Summer on that property. Let's make no mistake. That hill on the backside there, on the Beach Creek Road side, where Grandma's trailer was, is so steep, y'all. Now, when I was a kid, I could have scrolled that hill in a heartbeat. But as a grown adult, there is just no way. That's a hill. Dee Dee can attest to that. That's a hill. And I was thinking to myself, it would be easy for somebody to come up that hill, though, and scroll around to the other side to get her. And then they could have took her through that little covert there at the bottom of it. That would have been easy. I mean, if you're a young, vibrant adult or a young man or woman. Now, my niece, I could get up that hill, but me getting down that hill, I'd go rolling like a roly-poly down it. Even though I grew up in these mountains like this, I grew up in mountains, and that hill is pretty steep. It's intimidating standing at the top of it. Dee Dee can tell you that for sure. Very intimidating to stand at the top of it. Now, there's been a lot of other, just so much. And I was thinking to myself about who could get up there and who couldn't. And I'm telling you guys, I'm search and rescue, nothing easy about it, but it should have never talked about in public. Give the guilty too much information. Right, Kyle, right. That's why we can't say much about it. Yeah, because, yes, I still think someone could have been driving by and taken her. So many things that could have happened to me. I think if whoever took Summer knew Summer. Plain and simple. I think they knew who she was. They knew who her parents was. I think whoever took Summer knew Summer. And let's make no mistake, guys. Summer was taken. One way or another, she was taken. She's not where she is supposed to be. Plain and simple. She's not where she is supposed to be. So I was going to talk about Summer tonight, but I didn't expect it to be the whole night, but it's okay because it kind of felt good talking about actually substance and actually good things and stuff. And we covered a lot of things and a lot of speculations, you know. I mean, I'm sure you all, you know, if y'all enjoyed this live, we didn't accuse people. If y'all enjoyed this live, put a 1 in the chat. I think that it was a very informative. I mean, stuff that we've heard before, stuff we haven't heard before, rabbit holes, stuff like that. Yeah. County's over from you, and I'm used to the mountains, but that hill is straight up. That hill is intimidating, especially where Grandma's trailer was. It's so intimidating. Like I could have, in my youth days, I could have did it, but not as an adult. No, I'm a weenie as an adult. Sorry, I'm a weenie. Hunter's sister has changed charges pending alleged child abuse and neglect, allegedly. That's sad. Very sad. So, very, very sad. Yes. Glad everybody liked the live tonight. I enjoyed the live. We actually had some substance tonight. That bad to me from Ben Hill or Beach Creek. It's quick uphill run. From the Beach Creek side, Ryan, you're a hiker though. But I mean, I've lived in the mountains my whole life, and that was pretty intimidating to me on that side. Now the side by Ben Hill is not that bad, but the Beach Creek side there, you stand up on top of that hill, and that look down is pretty steep from standing on top of that hill. Right, Hashi. That's right. I sent Hashi a meme last night. It's the cutest meme. Y'all know I'm a big Leslie Jordan fan. And it said he was watching Leslie Jordan's in the bed, and he's watching y'all know who Leslie Jordan is. He's in the bed and he's watching a Jeffrey Dahmer video, and he said, "Oh, he's cute. He's a serial killer, but he's cute." And I said, "That's Hash Brown." Her and Biscuit Head. More Hash Brown than Biscuit Head. At least it's fairly clear. The power line side, probably a different story. It's where Grandma's trailer was sitting is where I stood at. Me and Chillbilly, and Candace stood there, and I looked straight down, and I was intimidated. It was pretty steep. There's a lot of trees that you could use to put your foot on to climb up it, but going down, you couldn't go down very fast on it. It was pretty steep there. If you went down, you could not go down fast. You couldn't go up that side and steal a kid and come back down quickly. No way. Now, the side that goes down like to the creek and Ben Hill Road, now that one is not as steep. I've actually got a video of that one when I was sitting at the bottom of the hill one day, and I just took a video of it, and it's not as steep. But that one side where Grandma's trailer was, it's pretty steep. Very intimidating. I got that. That's one of my when Leslie Jordan says, "Oh shit." Well, shit. Oh no. Daddy, watch me twirl. And I've got that as when people send me an email. And I got a catering from a church in Virginia. And the pastor and his wife came, and they were doing a sample in at the restaurant, and they was doing a sample of some of the food for the catering, and they were sitting there, and we was just enjoying. They were talking about God and everything, and I'm like, yeah, we was all talking about, just everything, and all of a sudden it says, my phone goes off and says, well, shit. Then the next minute it goes, Daddy, Daddy, watch me twirl. I said, oh my gosh. And I said, whose phone is that? You're fired. It was my phone. Oh, shoot. Saved me during the run. He did me too, actually. We do need to keep summer out there. We do. Absolutely. I fully believe FBI have great. Right. The dog did go down the Ben Hill. Well, kinda. Chillbilly, I'll have to show you where the dog trail is. Because I think Don showed Chillbilly where it was. He'll have to show you where the dog trail is. I can't remember. I think it was off to the side a little bit. But yeah, that's something that I've heard. Don confronted the police officer about, and he said, well, I heard another police officer say they found Summer's tracks down the dog trail. And the police officer, where'd you hear that? And he told him, and he said, yeah, that is true. I don't look that bad from the bottom looking up, but at the top, you can really see the slope. You really can, Dee. It's very intimidating. He was the best, Kyle. Definitely the best. I guess I'm leaning towards someone took her on the fence as to whether one or both parents knew about it. Yes, me too, Ryan. At this point, I am. He and his mom's stories are so funny. I know, I love it. We learned dogs can easily scent on pavement. So the fact that it stopped at the road is important. That's right. Did you get pictures of mine with the 4 little girls? I haven't got his love. Ryan, you're right. Neither of them could. Ryan, truth, that makes me think she was put in a car. Yes. Let's see. One of the search team members told me where the dogs ended. It was just down a bit from the driveway. Right, it was. It really was. The truth, but didn't stop on the road because she was with her dog, as has been said. Yeah, that's why I didn't believe she walked on the road. The reason why they said that they had cadaver dogs there, and that a cadaver dog is like within seconds after somebody passes away, they can smell the scent of death. And they didn't pick up a scent of death anywhere. And that kind of makes me think that it rules out bears. It rules out wild animals, because the dogs would have been able to pick up her scent from a wild animal, I would say. What about they hit up Fred's driveway from the dogs? I don't know about that one, Danny, because I didn't actually hear that one, but I heard about it. I don't think she walked down the road either. I don't think she did either. Don't only come from friends, right? Was walking up the creek. She said so she wouldn't kill the dogs. I don't know how to feel about all that. I heard that JSB is took off the table as a suspect, But then I heard that nobody's been took off the table as a suspect. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about JSB. If she was taken by someone, I don't think either parents knew about it. But that is if two. The question, Jinkies. What God is love? My brain goes all over in this case. I still can't help but wonder about the footprints. Me too, Hashi. That Fred's before Summer went missing. Animals would leave evidence. They would. I feel like they would too. If an animal placed enough force on a child to pull them away, they would puncture the skin and leave blood or something behind, I would say. I am not sure if that is the only person who said it, possibly. Danny Fred is no canine expert or trainer, so he can't say for sure. I don't know. Candace said she put her in the house. Search members shouldn't be talking about her case, no disrespect, but it should never be put out. A lot of locals have put way too much information out. Right? So they were community volunteers, not part of the rescue squad. Community volunteers are allowed to talk. Police should be the only one getting tips. How would Summer move the sofa that was in front of the door? Yeah, animals would leave some of the bones. From my understanding, and this is what I was told, that sofa was gone way prior to Summer going missing. This is an ethics, an open case. Certainly suspicious JSB. I mean, I don't know. Candace said she watched Summer walk to the house. I thought. From my understanding, that is something she did say. We're just discussing no harm. Yes. But it's been a pretty good live. We've been talking pretty good. The fact that you're a search and rescue, I respect what you say. But as a journalist, I'm going to dig sorry. Well, that's what a lot of us do that, as long as we're using it to construct and not deconstruct the case. So that's cool, for sure. None of us know where or what happened, or we wouldn't even be talking about it. That's right. She didn't put Summer in the house. I don't know. We don't really know if she did or she didn't. The boys said that Summer was in the house and she went to the basement. And the boys has been in state's custody now for years. And if they told anything different, then they'd be questioning the Wells about it. The boys said anything different. They said Summer came in the house and went in the basement. Wells, that was his opinion. Dispute. Right, Hashi. The more we talk, the more that we may learn. Right. Yes, he's very constructive with his work, Ryan is. And if he's out searching, then that's a good thing. And that's a good thing that he's finding out more information, because that might lead him to where he needs to be. Now, the people that's out here claiming to be journalists like BHB and hurting the case and hurting the mother of a child and finding out that, I mean, I lost a lot of respect in that situation, guys. I never hated BHB and I still don't hate BHB. But when I found out that she did that, I did lose tons of respect for her, tons of it. And then Olivia was with her, so I lost respect for her as well. I don't care if she's got 400,000 subs or not. That doesn't make you a good person. Your subs doesn't make you a good person. You can have 250,000 subs, 400 subs. You can have 2 subs. But being a good person and doing what's right, that's a whole different story. I was wondering why Candace said she to tell, but the uppers won't let her. I don't know, Mimi Jean. I don't clear him either. Oh. But with that being said, Jinkies is sleepy and it's got a class in the morning. And I guess I'm going to head on out of here. But gosh, y'all, this has been a really good live. Really informative, really good. We didn't exploit. We didn't lie. We just talked about some of the things, some of the stories we've all heard. Sometimes we even talked about the possibilities. I like to carry on some more lives like this. Maybe get Ryan's butt up here and we talk about it with Ryan and some of the other people. Just say prayers for these missing babies out here. Say prayers for our friends on here. Y'all get some rest and say your prayers, okay? And I got a class in the morning and I got a meeting after that for the new restaurant and whew, things to do, guys, things to do. Good night, Dee Dee. Good night, Mimi. Yes, prayers TBI breaks this case. Amen to that. Yes. Prayers for TBI to break this case. Sweet Dreams Biscuit Head, I love you. Everybody, if you've not hit the like button, hit that like button on your way out. You're right, Kyle, it does. It needs integrity. I think that everybody in here tonight was really, really loves and has, most everybody in here has been following this case. I don't think there's one person that hasn't followed this case since the beginning. Everybody knew what everybody was talking about. Everybody was chiming in, was like, oh yeah, I remember that. So that's the one thing we all have in common. Y'all, I got to see a wiener tonight. You know. Gosh. You can't make this stuff up. But yes, I got porn bombed in the back, y'all. I didn't bring him up. But yes, I got a good view. Sherry's seen it from the glare of my glasses. I know, Ryan, right? But y'all, we come back and bring out another good story, and we'll talk about some more interesting stuff. I did, Ryan. I did. I get a kick out of that stuff. It's funny. Talking with me. Good luck. You're welcome. Thank you, Kyle. Did you sub up, Kyle? Sub up. Come in here and talk to us some more. One-eyed possum. Yep, got his love. Kay Blanks, where you been? You're coming as we're leaving out the door. Too many bananas on my brain lately. But I love y'all. My throat's getting sore because I've talked so much. I sent all the inappropriate stuff to Hash Brown. Everything inappropriate to Hash Brown. And believe me, Jinkies, I am offended to anyone in chat with any of my comments, I apologize. But you know me personally, and I'm sure I'm the some. I don't think you did it all, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, I know. No, you've been very respectful, and I feel like you have a right to feel the way you want to feel, and you have a right to stick up for your friend. And I respect you for that, and I love you for that. I've met Dee Dee in person. I think Ryan's even met Dee Dee before. She's a very beautiful person. She's just lovely, y'all. I love her. I could just snuggle her. And she is a dedicated person. And no, everybody has a right to their own opinions and feelings. How dare me to ever say that you wouldn't? I would never say that you don't, because it's these one-sided opinions. It's not going to find this kid. So Dee Dee was the little tiny woman that was running around Summer's Day that day. She usually stays right beside Candace. Real little woman. She's not a creator, no. You'd see her in some of the pictures. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos out here. Yes, very sweet. Very, very sweet, yes. Very tiny. She's a little tiny thing. But y'all have sweet dreams. And I love y'all. And God bless you all. And prayers for everybody. Good night.